Everybody, so today we're going to be doing Let's Go by, what's his name, Jaden, however you say that. Essentially I'm lighting designing this song. I've got to lighting design it by tomorrow. As the day of writing this, it's September 6th. Song needs to be done by September 7th morning, so I better get on with it. I probably won't talk you through the whole song, but we're going to go over this start bit that I've at least put some cues in for, and I'll show you how you do that, and all that sort of stuff. So, if you're not familiar, this software is called CuePoints. It allows you to pick up on what you want to do in the song. So, sometimes though it's really annoying because it doesn't quite sync up perfectly. So if we go back to the start, we'll just play this. Hopefully this is not too loud for you guys. So I'll just talk you through what I've got here. I've got a starting cue which just literally has the track name. That's Q1. That happens at 10 hours. So I've set the time code here. I'll just show you. So these parameters. So you've got the track name, whatever. Got a time code. I always give it a 3-second offset. So that gives me 3 seconds in CuePoint, in QLab, sorry, to allow the track to play and whatever beforehand. This allows me to set any pre-states that I want to do. Following that, you've got the frame rate, pre-roll, all that sort of stuff, like whether you've got dual channel, whether there's any LTC or in the track. Then following that, so I've got the start cue. So then I've also set it a fade of 0.75. That'll get imported into the MA when we go there. So that'll get, so I don't have to change any of that. So this essentially gives us this fade parameter, which is what this little angle's like. So essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do a solid sort of state, maybe a bit of movement, slight bit of movement. Just sort of general lighting, talking state for this bit. And then here, when the beat starts going, I'm going to make them pulse. That's my thinking. I might actually give that a fade. Let's give that a fade of 0.5. See, there you go. I don't know what I'm going to do here on the... I actually think that should be there. Oh, I know. But I might do a change of effect. Like change the colour or something like that. And then these are on the dun. On the ch. On the ch. That makes sense. There's a double here because there's one here. So we can add that. So we're going to do 1. You press number 1. Creates it. I'm going to give it 0.1. So I've done both here. So I've done a dun and a dun. What I might end up doing is taking out the yellow. Let's take out the yellow ones. On the points at which we've also got a change to the red, we'll take out the yellow ones. So there it goes. Dun. Dun. Oh, there's one there. So that one should be a 2. Let's press 2, take out the 1. No, it's taking out both of them. Oh, let's just put it up there. Let's just move it around. So let's get that there. So essentially what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do some sort of change to the lighting state. So either that be effect or color or what objects I'm using. But these beat effects that I've got here, it's just going to be a single cue in the desk that we call that many times, so it goes and does an effect that we want it to do repeatedly. Because I think that's kind of what we're going to go for.
It's 9 p.m. on a
So here we're going to change because the design of the song's changed.
9 p.m. on a fucking Friday. Get the fuck up. We're going to high.
So on this get the fuck up.
Friday. Get the fuck up. On a fucking Friday.
So we're going to do a change here. We're going to do slow effects here.
It's 9 p.m. on a fucking Friday. Get the fuck up. We're going to high. Let's go. Let's go.
And then we're going to do these. So these are going to be some big beat effects. So.
Let's go. Let's go.
So I'm thinking of doing some sort of like side light movement or something like that.
Let's go. Going to high. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Going to high. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And then it builds in a minute.
Going to high. Let's go. 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 Let's go. 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 Let's go. 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 Let's go. Get the fuck. Let's go.
Actually, you want this to have like a long build. So if we give that like a 3-second fade, there you go. It's nearly. That means the build will build.
Let's go. 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 Let's go. 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 Let's go. Get the fuck. Let's go.
And then we have a beat drop. So then we change that. I'm probably not going to show you much more of the song. We'll just do this section for now, and then I can do the rest of it. Like realistically, it'll be kind of a bit of copy and paste, changing it up. I'd rather just show you what these are. So these are like, so these can be translated into different cues. So I've got like beat 2. You can reorder them, stuff like that. Stuff like that. So and then what they do, and then you just give them a color, stuff like that. You just essentially tap the number keys, the numbers associated with them, and then you can add them. And then you can change all the settings here. Select all, move them all up and down. Sequence cues idea for selection. I've just given these as Q idea 1 and Q idea 2 because that'll just put them in as different cues. We'll have a look at this. So I'll save that, and then I'll go to File, Export. In this export window, you've got to be familiar with the export window. You can pick the desk or type you're trying to import it to. So I'm going to import it to page 5. I've previously done a bit of this song in page 4, but we're going to put it to page 5. So I'm going to put page 5 here. And it's going to put that in selector 1, that in selector 2, that in selector 3, that in selector 4. That's fine. I reckon we want this as tap. So that essentially means it can be... What do you want it to do? Do you want it to go to that cue, or do you want it to... tap through, like tap it on, tap it off, like as if you tap the tempo. You could have said it fixed. Fixed essentially means there is one of them throughout the entire cue stack. So you might have a repeated effect. So say you wanted face light. We haven't got any face light in it. I might have a face light one that's fixed across the entire deck. So I only have one fader for face light, so that would give it a single execute ID and it'd be fixed. Sequence pool start. So what do I want to start on? I actually don't want to start on this. I want to start on, let's say 20. So this is essentially what the pool starting ID is. These are executors 1 through 3. What ID do they get? Pool offset, stuff like that. Timecode destination, that's what ID you're going to give it to on the timecode. Negative offset, so you can add a negative offset to all cues to essentially mean that they happen slightly earlier based on timecode delay, but in the system, because there will be timecode delay. For now, I'm just going to leave that at 0. I'll export to GrandMA2. This then wants you to save it in the MA2 plugins directory. So I'm going to go here to my computer, go on the network, and then I've got this addict server, which is essentially, it's just a network share that I use. It's called Addict because that was the company we were doing when we set it up. But anyway, so I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to MA2, and then I'm going to put it in the, it was in the plugins directory. So go to the plugins directory. Where are the plugins? There you go. So in the plugins directory, it's empty. It won't be empty. No, there you go. When I say this, it will say, do you want to like, oh, it didn't even ask. Essentially, there were some in there, and then it's just overwritten it. It's just overwritten it. So now it's saying we've got to do some command syntax on the desk. So I'll get you off here. I'll get you on the desk. We'll have a look at it. Okay, so now here we are out of the computer. So essentially, I've still got this pop-up that's essentially saying to import, run the command import at plugin X. So on the desk, so this is the setup. So I've got the desk, the computer with QLab and Capture on it, and then that's me. So essentially on here I actually have a CuePoint import. So if I click edit and then click on that, I'll pull it up. So essentially that's going to select drive 4. Select drive 4 and import the CuePoints at plugin 10. Run plugin 10. So that's on drive 4. The network this is not happy with the focus, is it? The network share is on plugin 10, which you can see by on drive 4, which you can see by running in the command SD. So type in SD. There you go. Pressing please. Give you the list of drives and where they are mounted and stuff like that. So that's server 0, it's the network share. So that's done that. So it's going to import all that. So what I'll do is I'll now just press that. It will say at an import destination already exists object CuePoint. Blah, blah, blah. Essentially that's saying there is a thing. There's something exists at import destination 10. So go override all. It's imported them. It's now put in on fader page 5, like we said. Let's go. I've got lighting stack, I've got an FX stack, and I've got a change queue. Those come from there. I don't know why it doesn't quite give them the names that they've got here. That's always bothered me, but if I like edit one of them, if I click edit this, they get all the cues. It imports the color and everything, and the fade times. Just slightly over a page of cues. If I go to like this next one, which is one of these ones that's known as a tempo one, it's only one cue. So I might add a fade. I'm gonna add a fade time. So click edit. I just click edit and then fade. Or you can long hold. I go 0.75. No, that's too long. Clear 0.2. Get a bit of a fade. I don't know what I'm gonna do on it. I think I'm probably gonna do some blinders or some satellite. Right, that's that. There's another one there. Over here, I've got my fixtures. So these are all being patched in. There's a video about me patching these in, but yeah. So just turning the light. Does that make any difference? So now we've got flashing. Let's turn that off. So essentially, I've got some macros to turn the lights on, like the actual room lights. So here we go. I've got my fixtures. I've got some Colorados, some blinders, some hazers, X20 bar. X4 20 bars, impressions, Mac auras, Mac quantums, Chauvet revs. These are the face lights. If I select these, I go out full. They're not in white, but you get the idea of colour. If you go to colour, you can pick through the colour, go white. Would you pick it in the colour picker? Does that make any difference? No, they just look really off-white, don't they? That's because it's doing it that way. 0, 0. For some reason, I just put white. They just look really off. They just look really off. Maybe it doesn't do white. I'm pretty sure they do white. But they're normally in like a warm anyway, so we normally go for like a this. It just looks really purpley on there, doesn't it? So put that up full. It's an amber. That just looks really purpley. Probably want to be more in this spectrum, don't we? More like that, something like that. I don't know why that's so purpley, and I don't know why they don't do white. I could have sworn they did white. You learned something the other day then, don't you? But essentially that's how that works. You've got some colours here. If I click on this, I can then go down through the pages of colours. You can import the colours quite easily, or you could just do something like this and record them. Ooh. I just used this. I've got an object view. I'm on select. So this is essentially what you can see. So you can see that these lights are there on, stuff like that. This is just like a viz, but like a very basic viz. You got the time code. So time code's coming in on LC2 slot 2. There's the time code. Cables coming from the computer. Yeah, so I'll just put you on the tripod and I'll show you what's going on. Hopefully you can kind of see everything from about there. So what I'm going to first do is I'm going to clear that out because I'm not recording them in. Let's go to the colour picker. I'll probably go to the colour picker. Oh no, I have the effect. I've got the effects open here, then I've just got the groups over here. What I might do is I might move that. That'll be fine. So, I've got the tracks, got the faders up, stuff like that. Over here, I'm going to edit the Let's Go time code to say, using this to go to the time code slot 2 to get the time code in. Save that, and then we'll turn it on. Just do that manually. And then when I press play on here, the time code on here is going up, and it's going to play the effects that we want. So now let's essentially, I'm going to select this as the primary, which puts it on here, which means that I can use these forward and backwards to go through it. So let's start on Q1. Let's select all the fixtures I'm going to use. Put them at 0. Store Q1, please. It'll say, I'm going to say merge. Essentially, that's stored Q1 as a blackout. I'm just going to unselect the haze and the viz. And then I go to Q2. So Q2, I want to be like a general state. So maybe let's take the Colorado, put them at full. Now they definitely do support white. So 0, 0, 0, max. If I store that as a colour, I select the colour and go down. Store, that'll be white. So there you go, now I've got a colour and I've got a white for them, so that's just simple. Select them, pick the white, they're going to look like that. Maybe at 50 say. Make it slightly duller. Maybe put some side lighting, use these, put these at full. Make sure to do the same thing, 0, 0, 0. I'll have to change to the dimmer, colour, white, max. Go for white max, store that there. It will say, do I want to merge? I want to merge it. So now that essentially means these two, if I press this, they'll go white. So they'll be using the white preset. They should be using the white preset. Why are they not using the white preset? Oh, they are now using the white preset. So let's go at 20. Don't know how to do. Let's go with size. Let's go with something like this. It's just like a starting state for the talking stage. So we'll store Q2, please. Merge. Now we've got this to this. And then what happens? So over here, you probably can't see it, but over here, over there, I've got the computer. So I'm just going to go over there to the computer. Over there, I've got the computer. I'm just going to go over there. I'm going to play parts of the track and listen to it, but I'll just leave it like this so you can see it, because you'll see me coming in and out. Now I feel like you want a bit of a boom, 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 boom. That's me like talking to myself, like that's kind of explaining to me what I want. So let's do that with these quantums. So put these at full. They won't have a white, so they are just an RGB mix. So you've kind of just got to go with them being an RGB mix, but they're quite cool. I can't remember if they're subtractive additive, but anyway. Position, I'm going to change their position so that they go to like there, and then they like align to do a fan. Just come on here. Oh, I've got the align the wrong way. If you keep clicking clear, it'll eventually get rid of everything. So let that do the full. Bring them forward. Line. What's going on here? Something funny is going on there. So let's go position full. But we're gonna look at. I'm gonna pull up the view, and I'm actually view is this one. I'm actually only gonna select fixtures 23, 28, 24, 29, and 20. That's why they're in like a random order. So essentially it goes to fixtures 23, 28, 24, 29, 25. So essentially I want fixtures. So if I press fixtures followed by 23 plus, where's the plus? Come on. This is the thing, I can never remember where the commands are. Oh, plus. It's just above on the keypad. Fixture 23 plus 24 plus 25, please. Now put them at full. There you go, I've got 3 fixtures. I'm going to bring them forward. I'm going to use the focus to do the zoom. Normally I use like an AVO, and of course beam has got the zoom in it, whereas here it's in the focus. Now we can do the alignment of a pan, just to get the pan like that. And then let's give them a go-go. So let's go to the beam on the focus. No, it's in the go-go section. So we'll write something like this. Let's store that as Q3. Store Q3, please. Merge. Go to Q3. So this is Q3. So Q2 looks like this. Q3 adds a bit of effect. We might want to have the intensity fade up later. So if we could edit Q3, that pulls Q3 into the editing plane, and you can see that it's going to bring up the intensity. I might want to add a delay. If I had a delay of like, if I had a fade, if I had a fade of like 0.75, if I want to change the positions, if I want to have them like move in place, if you could do like a negative, fade as well. So don't just do that. We'll just do that. Then we'll go update, and it'll say, "Do you want to update the queue?" And I click OK. That essentially means that when I go like this, they'll fade up. If we made that fade longer, you'll notice it more. Edit queue. Here there's a fade of 1.5 in the active positions. So essentially if I go back, you'll see that it like fades, they fade up. The brightness of the effect fades up. Okay, but actually I want them to move in the previous queue. So I could do some complicated stuff, or I could just select these, pick their position, make it red. How do I make this easier? I want them to move in the previous queue. Well, I don't want them to fade up. So if I go edit queue, what's this matter? Edit queue 3. I don't want them to fade up. I want them to kind of just snap on there. They'd fade the intensity fade up. So I'm going to select the positions, and I'm going to go fade, and I'm going to go pan, and I'm going to go 0, and I'm going to tilt 0. Gobo, that can be 0 on the fade. Because essentially there's a 0.5 fade on that queue as entirely. So anything else that moves will have a 0.5 fade anyway. So I'm just setting these explicitly to 0. I'm not doing anything with the colour. Focus. The zoom, we could make the zoom fade over a 2-second period so they get bigger. Something like that. You'd probably want to turn on some tracking, or like, hold on, remind me. There you go. So tracking's on. Whether you want it to I think it's on. Essentially, you want them to move in black, so you want the lights to move to the next position they're going to be in dark. Let's see what that looks like. We've kind of done nothing, but we've done like one cue. So I'm going to select that here and I'm going to play it. We're going to give it a minute. It's playing over here, so 3, 2, 1. You get this. They're going to come up. They're a bit delayed now, aren't they? I think that's a bit of capture. Capture's a bit slow sometimes. But it could also be this fade time. So if we edit Q3, please. Select that, and then we just do this dimmer fade time. Is it a dimmer fade? Yeah, 1 second. Let's just do the, let's just deactivate that. Edit Q3, please. Come down here to the effect. I want them to like come on and off. So I'm going to select that. I'm going to select fixtures. 23 plus 24 plus 25, please. If I solo them, you get just them. And then I'm going to stick this dimmer. So this is a relative dimmer. So if we actually put them at 0, they'll do this. So maybe we want them not to go out immediately. So let's put this at 10. 10. They'll sort of stay on. Maybe want to be slower. I want to do something like this. Maybe we want. What is it like? It's dun 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 dun. At 124. So normally I'll do a division of about 4 on the BPM. So 124 divided by 4, about 31. So set this as 31. So there you go. You get something that kind of matches roughly with the beat. Let's go with that. I don't know what I think about of the direction. Let's go with the phase 90. That's just all of them doing that. Let's go with that for now. I might want to change the sign. Update. There you go, they're going to start doing that. You could do the same thing with the delay on the effect, all that sort of stuff. That gives us something to work with. At least it gives us a starting point. Like, it's always an evolving process. What do I want to happen on the ch? Do you know what I mean? What if we open this? So come on, thank you. If you click edit, you can select the cue here and you can click edit cue. So that edits the cue. So we're editing cue on select on the executor of this one. So we're going to do the what I'm thinking we do is I don't know, like you could do the classic, you could do the like blinders at full. Like, but I don't know how well that would look. Let's just maybe say at 50. I got solo on. What's going on here? Why are they dimming? Why are they not strobing? I don't know why they were strobing when they were dark. That's an interesting one. I've not seen that before. We'll do them at 100 for some reason. Going darker, that needs a look at. Don't know why they're strobing, we'll update that as that Q. So actually what that means is whenever you do this, you get the blinders. They're doing some like weird flickering. I'll just edit the fade on that for now. Maybe actually, so this will also put us in, this would put us in Q. We'd now be in Q, whatever this is, 13 seconds in. Don't know. I've no idea what Q we're in. But I think it put us in, so we've got BFX, we've had that one, then there's one after that, and there's one, the one labelled FX, it put us in QFX. Maybe we change the colour, so let's select the profile, the quantum profiles, so fixtures 24 plus 25 plus 26. What did I miss? 24, was it not? Oh, maybe it was fixtures 23. There you go. Now let's pick a different colour. I'll put a colour widget. I'm going to go with blue. I like a bit of blue. Just giving it a little atmosphere now. Update that. Oh no, we won't do that. We'll store that. We'll go store Q5. I always prefer to use store Q5 unless I've imported the Q into the thing. Like store the Q. We'll add a fade to that. Let's just add. I'll add a perk. So now we're going to edit Q5. Editing Q5 edits the main Q stack. That's just because I've got them soloed. So that's what's changing in Q5. I'm going to select them again and I'm going to say colour, fade value, 1 second. It'll put 1 second fade over all the colours. So they'll take a second. Like you could do a different fade per colour. Don't really know why you'd want to do that, but you could. I guess you could. You can make it quite adapt. We've got this, and then we've got this. We go back. Maybe at this point we lose the Colorados. We put them at 0, explicitly at 0. So it looks like this. Of course, there will be video wall on the back. Let's see what that looks like. I really don't like how they move. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go. I'm just going to say moving dark early. Which should hopefully mean... I'm going to do it on this one. Come on. So actually I want them to be there, so we'll just go fixtures. If I say fixtures, 23 plus 24, that's 23, yeah? I've selected them fixtures as you can see by the plot. If I get their position, I tick that and I go update Q to, that should have updated Q2 with their position. Nope. Why did that not update Q2 with their position? If I select that and then go I've just stored it into Q2. As opposed to pressing update, because the parameter doesn't exist in Q2. So you stick it. If you pick up an object and you go like that, you get this little like red bit. That indicates that that parameter is going to be saved. And then you go store in the previous queue. That was what I was doing wrong. Now let's have a look what this looks like. Hopefully this looks better. Oh, I should have done the gobo as well. They look really out of time.
It's 9 p.m. on a fucking Friday. Get the fuck up.
They look really out of time, don't they? But I don't think they are. They might be. They might just be they're out of time in this. Oh, it's because on the dun there are red cues that we haven't done. So actually there's all these cues that we need to do.
It's 9.
So we're down here. I think I'll kind of leave it at that. I feel like that video is going to be really long. And you can kind of see what it looks like. So I'm just going to leave it at that because I need to do the song. And this has taken like half an hour. And I'm 5 cues into like a 30 cue song. Probably way more than that. But anyway, I hope this was interesting. Hope you could see everything on the desk. You couldn't really, could you? Could have done more of that angle. But at least you could see the viz. You could kind of see what's happening. Hope this is interesting to some people. Thank you for watching.